Hey guys, welcome to Contest Prep University. I'm Klemczewski with Adam Atkinson. We're going to start a new series today on pumping up. So contest day, you got to know how to get backstage to get warmed up. Great topic. We're going to go through a lot of detail with practical information. Today, we're going to start with the equipment you need. And I remember, back when I was, working with 200-300 clients at a time, I had kind of a peak week, PDF kind of a kit. Here's exactly what you need to know. And of course, pumping up was one of them. So I'm really glad we're going over this. I think we are, past 500-600 episodes, including all of our features, Adam. Even though we probably talked about this a little bit here and there, we've never done an entire series on just this. So when you are telling your clients, here's what you need to take with you, here's the kind of equipment, obviously you tell them, take an assault bike, an elliptical, a step mill, like what do you want them to do backstage?
Yeah, typically I have my clients bring bands with them. Very easy, very portable to travel with. Girls will use the booty bands as well sometimes if they're getting a glute pump. I would say if you're bringing dumbbells, for women, anywhere from 6 to 8 to maybe 10 pounds, and guys probably nothing over 20. You do have to look at the rules and regulations. Sometimes they will say absolutely no dumbbells backstage. There are some dangers to pumping up. The bands can slip off your feet. I think I see that once every show. But also the dumbbells can hit people. That seems to be the more extreme danger there, or they can get dropped on a toe. So I will say most venues do prefer bands. I've never seen anyone get kicked out for having dumbbells, but if they do say no dumbbells, you probably should bring them back there. And then also the biggest part of this podcast too is don't expect them to have everything for you. The only places I've seen really great equipment backstage are the Olympia and the Arnold Classic. Literally will have almost half a gym back there for pump up. But when you go to these national contests, is literally just standing room and you're required to bring your own stuff.
That was going to be my main question. We're going to get into the how-to portion of this series in the next few episodes. But when I was promoting shows, and I promoted usually pro qualifiers and even WNBF pro shows, pro-ams, that was my responsibility, I thought, was to have a great pump up area. But I realized some of these massive shows and so forth, and with a lot on the calendar, sometimes they just don't. They rely on people just to bring their own bands or do body weight stuff. Are there typically any shows or organizations where you can just count on them not having anything, where they don't, or is that still protocol to at least have some stuff?
I would say it's protocol to not have stuff more often than not. I don't think I've been anywhere where I've seen anything aside from the Arnold and the Olympia. And, other than that, it really is to each their own.
Mm-hmm. And like I said, don't get into this topic yet because I don't want to open up a whole another can of worms. We'll talk about this next. But I did have, in my little joke in the beginning, I have had people as a promoter ask me, will you have a step mill there? Will you have dumbbells up to 100 pounds and so forth? Because some people feel like they need to have some kind of a quasi like workout for an hour before they get on stage. So don't say yes or no to that. We're gonna talk about that next. But so just bands and, dumbbells seem pretty hard to travel with and carry. Literally, if you're carrying, 5-10 pound dumbbells, 2 of them, that's a lot to haul around all day. So do you think bands or other types of that kind of light resistance are enough, even with the ability like to do towel rows with somebody back and forth, or maybe chin ups on a bar somewhere?
Yeah, I do. And the great thing that I think came out of the pandemic, lots of people thought I can't get a pump with bands. And half the time my clients that said that were ones who cut sodium on show day, before they worked with me. And so my clients who got banded workout routines during the pandemic were like, this actually worked well. I actually did get a pump. I said, it's because you have sodium and water in today. So the bands are pretty effective.
Really, really good point. The people who say I can't get a pump up on just those little weights, et cetera, they're misconstruing the fact that they just don't have what it takes inside their body to even create that blood volume. So really good point. You guys stay with us. We're going to go through all of the different things you need to know about pumping up, like how to pump up, what exercises, how long, timing, all of that stuff. So we will see you next time in Contest Prep University.